Hi everyone, this is Katrina from Theme Creations, Wreaths and Things, and we're back today. We're going to try a different camera view. I'm going to have you looking directly down at what I'm doing. Today we're just going to do a refresh on a wreath I already had. This wreath I already had made up, and I just had it as a plain grapevine wreath with beautiful florals at the bottom. Those are gorgeous fall florals at the bottom. So I didn't know what to do with it. I had kept it without anything on the top, just kept it very plain. But now that I'm thinking about it, I realized I want to do something with it. So I looked in my stash and I saw this ribbon right here, and it says thankful. And I want it to be for the fall season, so I thought it would be great. And then I also want to mix in this ribbon with it as well. It's got all of the colors that's in the florals at the bottom, so I think it will go just great with it. Now, being that this ribbon has lettering on it, you really can't do it the way you normally would do a bow. Just put it into your easy bow maker and just twist it and flip it, twist it and flip it. If you do it that way, then your thankful will be upside down. You don't want it to be upside down. So how I solved that, I watched a couple of videos and I seen how some designers solve it. Hey, and if y'all hear thunder, yes, thundering where I live at, so hopefully we don't lose power or anything, but it is thundering outside. But how you solve that, if you want your words to be upright where they can read them, then you cut your ribbon to the size that you want your bow, right? So what I did was I cut 3 of my ribbon at, I think it's 28 inches. Yes, 3 of them at 28 inches. So I cut 3 of my ribbon, 3 of the tails at 28 inches. Then I cut the next 2 at, let's see, 25 inches. So 24.5 inches. You got 2 of them I cut. And then the last one I cut at like 21 inches, 21 inches. That's what I cut this one. Now these are the tails that I'm using, and these were cut at 30 inches, around 30 inches. So you cut your tails at that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start putting the bow together. So this is the grapevine that we have already. That if you have a grapevine, you want to spruce it up with something, you wasn't quite sure what to do with it, hey, go get it, pull it out, let's go grab some ribbon, and so we can make a bow together. So while I set up, go get your stuff. All right, we're going to get the easy bow maker up here where you can see it. And if y'all watch my videos already, you know how I like to do my bows. I have a Chanel stem or pipe cleaner, whatever you want to call it, and I have a zip tie. And how I do this is I put my Chanel stem in between the 2 bars of my easy bow maker. Let me lift that so you can see it. It's 3 bars here. So I put it in between these 2 bars here, right? Then I take my zip tie and I lay that across, because this is what we're going to put across the bow to hold the bow together. This lays here, the bow goes on top. Matter of fact, this is supposed to go at the bottom. So make sure you put this down first. Put this down first, and then put the Chanel stem or pipe cleaner on top. So when you attach it, this is attached, and then you can use this to attach it to your grapevine wreath, okay? So put the zip tie down first, then put your Chanel stem on top, or pipe cleaner, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's get to making the bow. All right. And I wanted to add in this ribbon right here with the bow. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cut some pieces to go with that. So let's cut some. This is 1. This is 2. And then this is 3. So let's see how long this is. And this is at, I thought I had cut this already, but I don't see it in my bag. Thought I cut my ribbon already, but I think I did. No, I didn't. All right. Oh, I know what I'll do is as I stick it in, I'll make the bow. So we're going to turn this easy bow maker this way. we're just going to leave this to the side. Okay. All right. I think I'm set up now. Okay. So hopefully you guys have gotten your ribbon. You got your grapevine that you want to spruce up. And we're going to go with making the bow. The way I'm making this bow is because of the lettering that's on the bow. I mean, on the ribbon. I want this to stay where you can read it, where the letters are upright, not upside down. When you fold it, it'll be upside down. So we don't want that. So with that being said, what you do is you take your ribbon and you just fold it over like that. You see how it's got like maybe an inch of fold over? So that's what you want. You want to have like an inch of fold over. You find the middle of that. And you can either use your mat like I'm using now. You find your middle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And sometimes you have to adjust it. You know, that's the middle. Find the middle there. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we know we got to spread it out to make it even. Bring it over a little bit. This is the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Come over a little bit more. Okay, so you know that's in the middle. So once you know you have it in the middle, right? Hopefully you guys can see it. I wasn't quite sure whether I was on the camera or not. But you have that little fold over. See that little fold over? You've put your hand in the center and you went over on both sides, and it was like 7 inches on both sides. So then you pinch in this middle, and then you put it down into here. Now you can also, what you can also do is kind of glue that, where it connects underneath. You can kind of glue it, and I may do that as well. So, but this is your first bow. That's it right there. So then you take your second one and you do the same exact thing. You fold it over, and then you try to find that little happy spot where you got the same amount of ribbon on both sides. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got to spread it out just a little bit more. So this has got to come out just a wee bit more, which I want that and this to come over. Trying to get it to match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so then once we have it matched, well, we know we got just about the same length on either side, and even if it's not the exact length on the side, it don't have to be exact, except remember, this is your art, right? It don't have to be perfect. So we want to scrunch up this middle, and we want to place it in. And I turned on my glue gun because what I'm going to do is I actually think I'm going to glue it as well. So we're going to take this up. We're going to go ahead and make the next bow. And what we can do actually, now that I'm thinking about it, see, this is why I like art, ladies and gentlemen. While you're making it, you may want to change your mind. It's perfect. You can do that. Nothing is etched in stone. And I'm sorry for moving the camera, but it don't look like you guys are getting into my table. And I want to make sure you guys see everything. Okay? Yeah, there you go. All right. So, I'm going to put this back up here. We're going to pull this one out because we're going to actually glue this. Just put a little dab of glue at the very end. Just a little, not that much. Just a little dab of glue at the end where it connects. just to hold it together, just in case it comes apart. I'm just making sure it's still that same length. Rubbing it together really good. You pinch that middle, and then you put it in there. And there you go. And you can kind of match on your board exactly where everything is too. You can pull it together. You see that they're about, when you lean them up, you see how that they kind of line up, so you know they're about the same size. And then we can go on with this ribbon right here. This ribbon does not have any type of writing on it, so you can just do this your regular way. This ribbon does have a good side and a bad side. So you want to make sure you're showing the right side. So you put it in, you give it a twist. You want it as long as this one, you give that one another twist, you give it a twist. You have that go out as long as this one. And you give it a twist. Also, what I forgot, ladies and gentlemen, the tails. How can I forget that? The tails. All right. Okay, Katrina, I'm not thinking straight today. All right. But that's art. That's art. So you got to know, if you forget something, it's okay. Go back and do it. It's all right. So you line them two up together. You find out where the middle is. Find out where the middle is. That's your middle. That's what you put in the center. Make sure the words is upright. So they're upside down. So you know that's the middle. You pinch it. You put that in there, and you just make sure your words is upright. You put this back in there, and then you make your bow again. No big deal. See how we fixed it? See how we fixed it? No big deal. We fixed it. Just make sure this is even. There you go. Stick this back down, and then we just make our bow again. And take your scissors and you can cut that off. Come down about an inch or so. You cut that off. You leave it because we're going to go back in again. So we're coming back in with this one. Remember, we did the same thing. We folded it over. What we're going to do is we're going to attach it a little bit with a little glue. Just a little glue on the edges. Don't put a lot. Just a little. Because that's all you need, is just a little. Make sure that adheres at the bottom there. And just know, if you put too much glue and you push it down, and you push this part of the ribbon down, some of the glue may show through, so you don't want to do that, okay? So make sure when you push the glue down, you get it to adhere to this back piece here. You don't push it down with this ribbon on top, because if you do, some of that glue can show on your top ribbon, and you don't want that to happen. Is it an absolute catastrophe? No. But if you like anybody else that does crafting, they don't like to know that they got a little oopsie in their design. So you want to make sure that it's right. So we're going to pinch through the middle. We're going to put this down. And once again, we're going to bring it up like that. Doesn't look even with the one at the bottom. Make sure this ribbon is even with the one at the bottom. And then you want to make another one with this ribbon here. So you just go in and make it like you normally do. Twist it. Make your bow. And then you make a bow here on this side. And then you cut it off. And you're going to do it one more time. Remember, you just want to fold it over, right? Get it going over a little bit. You just put a little bit of glue, just lightly. Just take your glue gun and go over, just lightly. And then line those ends up. Just come over a little bit. And tap that down, make sure it's adhering pretty good. And then find your center. You may want to move this out the way. And then find the center of your bow. 17, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little before 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and a little before 7. So that's about right there. That's about right there. So we're going to come and we're going to pinch and put that down. And as you can see, look, they're all lining up. So when you look down at my Easy Bow Maker, you see my loops are just about lining up. Like I said, it does not have to be perfect, ladies and gentlemen. This is art. It does not have to be perfect. So here we go. We're going to twist again. Hopefully we have enough of this ribbon. I'm going to stick it down. We're going to twist again. We're going to come around till we find it. And then we did right here. And we're just going to cut it off. So now we're going to go to the next ribbon. And you can leave this together, stacked on top of each other. It's not a big deal. I mean, sometimes you see some designers spread it out, but you can leave it stacked on each other. It's not going to hurt anything. And then you're going to go through the same process with these two here. You fold it over. You find a spot where it just lays over each other and you want to glue that, okay? So you find that spot. Come to that edge, just put a little bit of glue, just a light glue. Take the other side and just go over a little bit. Hold it down there for a couple of seconds, make sure it adheres. It may stick to your mat, you just pull up off your mat, no big deal, that's what this mat is for. And then you find that center. Okay. So we're using 17 as our center. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is over a little more than 6. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's not over enough there. So you can bring this down. And it's going to be probably 5.5. We shall see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you want it just a little bit more on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's right before 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's right before 6. So this is the center. So we pinch it. And no, the center is a little stiff. That's because you put the glue there. So just know it's going to be that way. It's fine. And we're making a pretty big bow because we want the bow to stand out on that top. Right? So now it's starting to poof up. So just know that's going to happen. It's okay. So we're going to go in with another bow. Do another loop with this ribbon here. Do it again on this side. Line it up. That one looks a little big. That's the great thing about doing this is if it don't look right, you can change it. That's what makes it so great. Nothing is edged in stone. It's perfect. All right. Make sure we're not cutting the ribbon we ain't supposed to cut. And then we go on with this one. Same thing. Put a little bit of glue on the bottom. And it may be an easier way to do this, ladies and gentlemen. I don't normally work with ribbon with letters a lot. I want to get into that. But this is what I found to be okay. It's an okay way to get the ribbon done and on your wreath. And it looked beautiful. So I'm going to go with it. As you can see, the bows look good, so I'm gonna go with it. I'm just moving it over to even it out. That's all I'm doing right now, is moving it over to even it out. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just getting as close as possible, and that's going to be the middle right there. We're going to stick it back down in here with this bow. And we're going to put another one of these. We're going to go on with this ribbon now. Do what we did before. Go in. Do a bow that size, twist it, and then do a bow on this side, a loop on this side rather. Bow, loop, whatever you want to call it, on this side. Oh, my thing done came off, so hopefully it stays together just enough to make this. Pushed it down too hard. We got one more small one to do at the top, and we're going to do it the same way. I'm going to put a little bit of glue at the top. My husband is home, so if you hear banging, that's him. So you put a little bit of glue down, a little bit of glue, and that's it right there at the bottom, you can see. And then we're going to find our center. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to come over just a smudge. That's our center. I'm going to put that right down in the middle. Then we want to come with this is our last bow. Can't push down too hard because that stick is already coming out. We needed to hold it just a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. And this is what happens when you're doing your art, ladies, and this is fine. We'll work it out. So if this happens, you just know sometimes if it's just too much ribbon, it may pop out. So this is what's happening right now. So what we want to do is we just want to take our Chanel stem, which has twisted around on us. All right, we want to pull it up out there, make sure they're stacked on top of each other like they're supposed to be. We want to move it over to the center. All the ribbon is on top of each other like it's supposed to be. We can look and see. Whatever moves over, we can always correct it. That's why we don't tighten nothing down yet. Okay, now we can tighten it, start tightening it down. We still don't need to tighten it all the way, not just yet. But we do want to have a little tension with it, right? So this is what we have. This is going to be a big, beautiful bow. So now I'm holding that Chanel stem and that zip tie together. And then these are the tails. I'm trying to make sure I have the lettering. See, the lettering is showing properly. Showing properly, right? I want to tighten this up just a little bit more. And then I want to start fluffing. And you move your bows, your bow where you want it. And you really want to alternate them, like you got the plaid over here, thankful over there. Then the next one, you want the thankful over here. This right here with the thankful. And then you want to put this here. You got to work with it. I may just go ahead and put it on. That way we can fix it while it is on. All right, so we got this here. And when you get up to the top, it's just a matter of you having to see where you want it all to go. And remember, you can tighten it up just a little wee bit more. I didn't tighten it all the way up. So let's go ahead and bring these here, bring this there. Leave this here, bring this one over here. Hey, Abby. So we just want to play with our ribbon right now. Husband is coming to check to see where I am. Normally I'm upstairs. All right, so this is our bow. Of course, it's not completely done. I have to put it on the grapevine so I can really fluff it. But that's it. But we're going to fluff it. Color pieces that don't need to be here off. Oh, this side looks so much bigger than this other side. But we're going to put it on. Let's tighten this up a little bit more. I'm going to cut the stem off of the zip tie. And we're going to attach it to the grapevine. Now, I know my little gadget for attaching stuff to the grapevine, so I'm not sure if I brought it over here yet, but I think I may be able to get this through without it, but we shall see. Nope. Alright, let me go get my piece here. Just a little different when you're using this bow, when it's this type of ribbon that's got wording on it. And at first I was really intimidated by it because I really didn't know how to do it. You see how I stuck that through? See how that's going through? And you just pull it through. And you do the other side. Put it in. Hopefully I got it in the middle. Put it in. Stick it through. And you just pull it through. Like that's in the middle to me. Longer. All right, well, I noticed something, ladies and gentlemen. So this is how it's going to look. But I realized that my ribbon on one side is longer on this side than it is on this side. So I'm going to fix that. And then I'll show you a finished bow. You'll get a chance to see that when I post this. But for some reason this side came out a little longer. I don't know, even though I measured it, it still came out a little longer. But once again, this is art, so we can fix it. But from how it looked right here, without me tying it down, because I have to take it back out, so without me tying it down, and it's got to be all fluffed up and do all of this. But I'll come back and show you that. so you can see all of that. So you just see how pretty this is going to be on this grapevine. I think it looks great. I think it absolutely looks great. So I will show y'all the finished product. At the end of the video, you'll see it. I'll be posting on YouTube. Thank you guys for hanging around with me and trying out this ribbon with letters and just sprucing up and grapevine that you had sitting around and you didn't know what else it needed. We just needed to put a bow on it, and we have. Look at this beautiful bow. All right, I will show y'all the finished product when I'm done. I'm still fluffing. I have to fix the sides of the bows on both sides and even them out, but other than that, this is done. It's done. I told you guys I would come back once I fixed the bow. I got the sides together good, and what I did was I got the sides even. Just had to take it off and line it back up. So if that happens to you, don't be mad that it's not lined up. Just take it back out and do it again. Remember, this is art. We can always change it. Nothing was glued into each other. They were all individual, so you was able to take it back out and then line it back up and then put it back together. So that's what we did. We made it even. I then took the ends and I curled the ends. So now the ends are curled, and this is our finished product right here. This is the wreath. And I think it came out gorgeous. From it being a plain grapevine wreath with just the florals to the grapevine wreath with the beautiful beautiful bow. It came out great. Hey, if you like this wreath, you may like other wreaths that I've done, so please visit KathimCreations.com. Also check me out on Facebook. You can like, share, follow. Please comment. Let me know what you think about this wreath. Let me know whether you liked it, whether it was plain or whether with the bow. Some people just like plain wreaths. Maybe you just like it with a plain wreath. Just a plain grapevine wreath with the florals. I think it came out great with the addition of the bow. We just spruced it up, and now it looks brand new. So if you follow me on YouTube, please subscribe, share, and also comment on YouTube as well. If you can check me out on TikTok. So please, if you follow me on Facebook and YouTube, please go over to my TikTok and my Instagram and follow me there too. Until I come with another video, I want you guys to stay safe. Bye.